Where the hell am I right now? I'm trying to turn on the webcam right now, but I don't. Do I even have it set up? No, I don't have it set up in OBS. So where's my video capture device? That's V. No, that's not the right one. You guys are just seeing a big. It's not even connected. It's not even connected. Okay, it's not. I need to connect the webcam. But I'm gonna talk about fear because I'm looking at the greed index and I'm seeing fear. Like we're on our way to fear for some reason. And let me just remove this. Connect this here. This was a good month, good week too. Great start to the month. A lot of plays, a lot of money to be made. Okay, where's the webcam? It should be popping up right now. Oh shit! Yeah, there I am. There I am. Let's grab and move down like that. Is that better? Yeah. Nice and small. Oh, I have to set up the green screen. I have to set up the green screen. Give me a second. Where's the green screen? Where's the green screen? I have the green screen behind me, so I have to untie it. I have a green screen, but I never use it because I'm like, eh. Let me just set it up right now. Okay, there we go. Okay, I should have a green screen behind me. At least for now. Yeah, there's the green screen right behind me. There you go. Finally. Now I need to make sure that I need to filter out the green screen itself. How do I filter out the green screen? Chroma key? I think it's chroma key. Let's see, can I remove the green screen? Can I? Oh yeah, I disappear if I remove it. That'll work, that'll do it, right? Yeah, that's better than nothing. We'll fix it another day. There you go. Okay, what am I seeing? What am I seeing right now? Okay, so the fear and greed index, it's headed towards fear. It's headed towards fear. That's what I've been keeping an eye on. That fear and greed index is headed towards fear. So but right now, it's interesting to see that we're headed towards fear, despite the fact that we're making money. Like usually when we're headed towards fear, the markets are scared because we're dropping. But the fact that we're making money and there's some stocks that are, big green, despite the fact that the fear and greed index is headed towards fear, there's a disconnect there. There's a disconnect. That's a disconnect to me. Like just something seems off. I don't know. I just have this gut feeling like this doesn't seem right. Because when we were at greed, the stock market was, it was going up higher and higher, right? And everyone was all the euphoria, everyone's excited and happy. But right now, everyone's excited and happy, but we're headed towards fear. Like we should be at greed or extreme greed, but we're not. It's like, I don't know. It's weird that we're seeing a lot of euphoria, but we're seeing a disconnect between that and the fear and greed index. And that has me kind of, I look forward to next week to see what happens, because that's very interesting. Let me look at so look at this. You see this? I need to grab my fear and greed index here. Let's just do something fun here. I think I did this last time, which is, this looks like a descending triangle and we just broke down. This looks like a descending triangle, which should send the fear and greed index down to fear. And we have what? Support, right? Yeah, so it's going to go to fear. That's what that looks like. And if it doesn't hold here, we'll go into extreme fear down here. So we're headed towards fear despite everyone being very excited and happy. So I'm going to be doing what I've been doing, which is scalping. I've been scalping a lot because when I see a disconnect like this, it just makes me cautious. Because it's like everyone's excited and happy. Oh my God, we're going to go higher. But why aren't we at extreme greed and euphoria? That's what I'm thinking. I can't even see. What am I doing right now? Okay, now I can see you guys. We was waiting for the live stream to start because of NVTS. Yeah, NVTS yesterday. Me and Jomar, we were talking about that one. But yeah, I just wanted to express some concerns. Yeah, so we saw the bull flag here, and we were like, "This is a buy." I was gonna buy at open, but I was so focused on AVGO, and now I don't think AVGO even broke. Did it break out? Because I just flipped it. Yeah, no, AVGO. So I bought 2 calls here and hoping for the breakout because it would have moved like $10-$20 and I could have made like hella money. But as you can see here, it broke down. It did not. It did not. To tell you this was par for the course. I also believe BBAI will go to 10, and isn't it at 10? I don't know, man. There's just so much to keep track of. Where's BBAI? Yeah, didn't it hit 880? So no one should be surprised by that. I think that's gonna go to 10 plus. I've been right on my price targets. It just takes time. It's $10 is a magnet, and we're headed there. But I'm still exercising caution because of that disconnect between people are making money, they're getting excited, they're getting greedy, right? But the fear and greed index is headed towards fear, and that disconnect is going to make me cautious. That's why I've been flipping a lot. I've been playing it much more cautious than normal. Like today, I sold off that Mora shares I sold it off at break even. Thank God I did, because we just keep. There's a lot of stocks that are just selling off and tanking, and there's stocks that just continue to they open up and they go green and then immediately sell off. So at some point, if sellers take control, we're just gonna see red day after red day, and we're gonna see an elevator down across the markets. So I'm very cautious, very cautious. It might be fear because of the government shutdown taking so long. That's exactly what I'm thinking, bro. BBAI dropping, like I said, and I just talked about this. The government, the market right now is ignoring the government shutdown. But the problem with that is you can't ignore it you can only ignore it for so long before everything just starts, comes crashing in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, there's no way around the government shutdown. Like, the longer that goes on, the worse it's going to get. That's why gold's been soaring. How did you, and yeah, everyone made money on NUAI. Everyone made money on that one. Whether you held it or sold it, I guess, is NUAI red? I would imagine so. Here, but watching BBAI. Happy NUAI is holding above 2.50. We got a bounce on BBAI. As I was saying, I'm going to play it more cautious moving forward. Like, if something just doesn't seem right. Seems like a huge disconnect. And that makes me wonder if they don't, like, what is this, week 2? Are we headed towards week 2 of the government shutdown? Anyone know? The longer that goes on, the more you want to be cautious. Let me just look here. So Mags, the Magnificent 7 is red. The Magnificent 7 is red. Mara just turned red. APOD selling off. Surprise, surprise. It gapped up. What? How much did it actually move 30% like I predicted? Yeah, it did. Surprise, surprise. I don't know why I'm good at this, but it did gap up. But it's still, red day. NVTS, bull flag breakout. Some guy put like a ridiculous amount in there. He made like, what, 10K, 20K or something ridiculous? He made a lot of money on that breakout. MP breaking out. Oh, that sucks, because I was going to buy calls end of day. I was not expecting this to break out of this. I saw that ascending triangle, but I did not buy calls because I was like, you know what? I'll wait for it to break out toward, or at least on Monday I was expecting the breakout, not today. That sucks. I had this one on my radar. It just exploded. Why? Why did it explode? Was there news? Here it just exploded for some reason. And that one has what? Government contracts? So that one was a good one too. A lot of breakouts. UEC. What else? Big Bear AI. What's going on with Big Bear AI? Big Bear AI. I don't know where you bought. You bought at 840? Petrovsky? I don't know. There's no signal. I would not even buy because there's no signal. It's still gonna trend downward so far on the 3 minute, at least. QS uranium. Yeah, I'm not surprised by uranium exploding, but we were buying those back when it was at like 6. What else? RGTI still looking like it wants 50. BBAI. BBAI. Well, BBAI has to hold 815. I'll say that much. It has to hold 815. That's where it found buyers right now, short term. Found buyers here at 815. If that doesn't hold, it goes to 790. So if anything, move it up to like 795 if you want to give it some room. But if you want to capture at least some gains, then 810. Because if there's going to be strength from buyers here, it should not come back down to 810. It should go back up, or at least consolidate up here above your stop. So up to you how you want to play it. Up to you, but I would not want to hold none of this overnight right now. There's a huge disconnect between how people are feeling and that fear and greed index. BMXI, that's gold, I believe. I think that's a gold stock. Netflix is like performing right now, so we're already in on that one. If you're a new member in the Discord, you probably didn't get any alerts because we already alerted that way back. So we're just holding right now. I might add some. We'll see. Sybil is just going to go sideways here at 005. So if you're looking to buy that, just buy. Like, just literally buy and sit on it. That's all there is to it. That one's the big play for me. Because Sybil is a 00 penny stock. So it's not going to be affected by, if the markets drop, it's not going to be affected. Unless the market drops because the government cancels, cancels some kind of, something to do with the military. I don't know. Some military cancellations or something. I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but unless something happens where companies just are not going to be able to get contracts or contracts are canceled with Sybil, then we shouldn't be concerned at all. Gold finding support here. SoFi breaking out of that, or trying to break out of that bull flag, but it's coming back inside it. Nvidia turning red, so I'm glad I sold off that 50 shares. This is what I mean, like something just don't seem right. Something don't seem right. Like I just got this feeling like, there were some nice breakouts here and there, but the longer that government shutdown goes on, it's gonna hit the stock market with a huge sell-off. Like you're just gonna see 10% down over and over again, and that's when the fear is gonna go to extreme fear, is what I imagine. That's just off of experience, by the way. Yes, Bbai is red. KSEP red. I'm waiting for that one to go down to 650 and under. Richtek Robotics pulling back. Sebloop wants to chase this one. He wants to chase RR. So if he's buying RR right now, chasing it, then it's probably time to get the fuck out. Because Sebloop is not very, he doesn't use charts. So if Sebloop is buying here RR, that means it's time to sell. That's what that means. Because he's greedy. He wants to chase, thinking it's going to go to 60. He's so desperate for a 10x. Yesterday, he sent me a message saying, hey, there's a company that's creating a way to print food. And then, of course, I told him, I'm like, bro, how high are you right now that you're telling me about a company that's creating a printer that's going to print food? Like, how high are you right now? Like, on a scale of 1 through 10, like 100? Like, he's so desperate to grow his account to 1 million so fast that he's just like, he's going to chase this and hold the bag. That's what it seems like. If he's chasing RR up here, it's probably time to sell. He's a good sell signal. He's a good signal not to buy either, too, as well. He bought Lyft, I believe, at when it's absolute trash. So there's a guy in our Discord that's just really, really bad at trading. He's still profitable, surprisingly. Believe it or not. He's really bad at trading, but he's still profitable. So, yeah. So, yeah. So he's still kind of a good signal for what not to buy and when not to buy. GME should be coming down to 22.50. So that's where I'll be. That's where we will be buying. MSTR dropping like a hotcake here. That's also concerning. Gold is going up. MSTR Bitcoin is not holding up at all. It just wants to go. It just keeps dropping. So that's another signal. That's another disconnect there I'm seeing. Adobe should be tanking. 10 pulling back. Meta not holding up. It's just been going sideways. AVGO did not break out today. It might actually break down. Glad I flipped those. Imagine if I held those down. Tesla looking ready to break down. Quantum looking ready to break down. Semiconductors again looking ready to break down. Breaking. There's a lot of breakdowns happening on the big boys. I don't care about the mid caps or small caps. I'm looking at the big boys and how they're behaving, and they're behaving like they don't know where to go. And the moment that sellers take control, we're just going to see a bloodbath. PayPal dropping, and Q not finding support. So like yeah, look at this. Oscar dropping, Quantum. Let's hope that it's just because it's a Friday, but I'm seeing even Open is breaking down here. Hood, if it doesn't hold here, it's gonna break down along with semiconductors. Bull not holding its gains. It didn't even go. I'm glad I flipped it. Like it's just like buyers are buying and they're immediately selling it off because no one wants to really hold it overnight. That's what I'm getting from this kind of price action. Like every stock I look at, people are not. There's people buying and they're not willing to hold overnight. They're just not. The smart ones at least, because people are smarter now. BMNR, I was gonna buy calls today, but I just got a bad feeling. I'll leave it at that. I just got a bad feeling. DKNG not holding support. That's gonna break down. CeeLo breaking down. Figs coming down. Neo, it trading in a range. If this breaks down, it's gonna go back to like 5 and under. I'm sorry to be bearish, but that's like, look at this. This is a bullish wedge inside this falling wedge, and it's not holding up. So if Bitcoin doesn't hold here at 120K, it's going to come back down to 117, then 100. It's going to come back to the purple line then. That's what that means. If it doesn't hold the 120. For all intents and purposes, Bitcoin has been going sideways since July. Since July, Bitcoin. Let me repeat that. Since what happened in July? Does anyone know? Because since July 14, we've been going sideways here in a range between 110 and 120, and even every time we try to break out above 125K, we get pushed back down. The last time I saw this was in Nvidia, and we went into a bear market. So, does anyone know what happened in July? That's leading to Bitcoin behaving like this, just going sideways for what? July, August, September. That's almost 3 months of just sideways action. When you zoom out on Bitcoin, it has done nothing for 3 months. Absolutely nothing. That makes me cautious, because it's just, something don't seem right, guys. I'm glad you're making money, but all I'm thinking is I'm trying to think ahead here and trying to figure out why are we behaving like this? Why is this happening? Because if we don't break out here, there's only two things that can happen. Is we're either going to break out and go higher, or we're going to go into a bear market. For Bitcoin, I don't know if everything else is going to go into a bear market. But, last time we got a cross under here on Bitcoin, we went into a bear market in 2022. And the MACD here, if that white line crosses under the yellow line, and we don't get a bounce, we're going on down. So I'm extremely cautious here because of there's just a lot of signals on the higher time frames. Look at this falling wedge being created here as well. I bet you the volume's not even increasing, right? Let me check something. Oh, wow. You guys, I think, this is nasty. Let me check this. Let me check the volume. Because if the volume is falling as we move forward, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's not good. This is what I was afraid of. You guys see that? Do you guys see that? I see it. This is not good. We got RSI trending downward while the price is trending upward. You also got the threat of the MACD cross under. You also have volume falling since November. Since November of last year, the volume has been tanking. It's just been going down, which means there's not as many participants in the markets right now. Look at that. That's nasty. That's a setup for a bear market. I've seen this setup before. That's a setup for a bear market right there. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but you can't ignore this. Like when you see this kind of data, you kind of have to be like, oh crap, this does not look good. You can't have a stock go higher if there's less people participating, right? That makes sense. Look at the volume here, just keeps tanking. RSI creating lower highs while the price is headed higher. We've been consolidating for 4 months. Threat of that cross under. Not a good look. Not a good look. Let's look at semiconductors because that's going to be interesting. If semiconductors look the exact same way, then that's look at this. Nvidia's been trending to the upside. Volume has been dropping. RSI, and they might be seeing, what I'm seeing here, and it's better to just sit on cash and do nothing. Because this has to get invalidated. We cannot have this This is a huge divergence. If you're not seeing this, I don't know what to tell you. Bitcoin and Nvidia both showing falling volume, RSI going lower, while the price is headed higher. That disconnect, along with that disconnect between people being euphoric about all the money they're making, and the fear and greed index headed towards fear. That there's just so many disconnects right now. So many disconnects. This is my view of the markets, of course. But yeah, let's get on to something more bullish. Let's not be so bearish. So hopefully you learned something from that. That was a lesson right there. How to view the markets long term and figure out like why we could potentially go into some blood. Let's call it what it is. There's gonna be some blood here. This is bad. This is bad. I've never seen this before. Like both semiconductors and the fact that AVGO could not break out today. That also gives me caution. But now you know why I've been flipping. I really don't want to hold certain positions. I'm okay with holding ARKB. I'm okay with holding MSTR, but not Mara. Mara, I do not want to hold it all the way down. I'm okay with holding the other two. How does Riot shorts look? Riot, I don't... I wonder if the smarter shorts have been piling on, seeing that divergence. I wonder, now that I think about it, the smarter ones. I wonder if they see the writing on the wall like I do, and they've just been piling on to short positions. Because they know the gravy train's going to end at some point. NUAI is holding like a boss, in my opinion, from yesterday, open at 1.52. Yeah, it has to hold 250. If it doesn't, we're gonna come back to 2. That one's easy right there. Very clear levels. Got 18,227 shares of Nvts, up like 52k. I'm given the strange disconnect between euphoria and fear. Should I sell next week or sell calls? Up to you. I mean, let me look at Nvts. No, just because there's a lot of disconnects between the price moving higher. Oh yeah, look at this. This is getting rejected. Okay, so if this doesn't close above 9, I would just take the profit. This has to close above 9. Ideally 950. If this doesn't and just sells off back to under 9, I would just take the profit. Because you would hate to be the one that holds it up here and then it comes back to the bottom of the range. So it's up to you, but that's up to you. Up to you how you want to play it. How I would play it after seeing all this divergence, I would just be careful. I would just take the profit and run and sit on that sweet cash. Cash is a position, and I'm seeing a lot of divergence here. A lot. Is BBAI, what is BBI doing? Is it selling off too? Yeah, it's getting sellers. It's getting a lot of sellers. Is Bitfarms getting sellers? Yeah. Uranium is showing strength. I'm not surprised by that because we're going to need the uranium for the nuclear energy, so that one is fine. Yeah, I'm a little. Let me look at the. What's the other one? There's another one. Where is this one? The NQ main, which is tanking today. NQ main. Is it showing the same pattern on the monthly? Let's look at the monthly time frame. So the price is going higher, and the volume's been. So the price is going higher, but the volume is just kind of. Yeah, it's just kind of It's slowly going down lower. The RSI is going sideways as the price is going higher. So yeah. I don't really. I'm not. I think long term, because this is a monthly time frame. I think for the next few months, I'm going to play it cautious because we're seeing a lot of divergences on the monthly time frame. So that doesn't mean we're going to tank immediately, but that could mean that in the coming months we might start seeing, a lot of blood. That's what that tells me. Because again, this is the monthly time frame. So yeah, something don't seem right. I think the smarter ones are already probably accumulating cash positions. If they're seeing what I'm seeing, they're accumulating cash positions and they're just jumping in and out of stocks and not holding them overnight. That's what they're doing. Because that's the smart thing to do. You don't want to hold it overnight. Nvts, I would just take the profit. It looks like it doesn't want to hold. But we'll see. But the next few months are not looking good, guys. It's just not. I'd be lying to you if I said it does. So, isn't October supposed to be Uptober? It's been 10 days, and instead it's been Sidetober. Like, I just made that up, by the way. Sidetober is what it's looking like. If anything, you just want to focus on the stocks that can get a breakout, like this bull flag here. That was a great play. We called that one yesterday. APLD, the earnings. That one was good. Mara stock here on the breakout and retest. Failure, but I was able to get out of that position. I wanted out of that. BBAI getting sold off as well, creating a double top potentially, which it did last time, and then it tanked the purple line. So that's another, we're just, again, we get like a 10-20% pump, and people are not holding. They're just not holding. So take that as you will. This has been a very bearish stream. If anything, gold. Let me look at gold. Is gold? I might buy gold. Maybe this is why everyone's been rotating into gold. Is that the gold ETF? No, that's not the gold. What's the gold ETF? Gold ETF. That's the gold ETF right there. That one's been trending since. Let's look at the monthly time frame. That one's been trending since forever. Wow. We've just been running on this one. We've been running on this one, and the volume has been increasing, if anything. And the RSI is also, it's also going up right now. Although let's see, here it's going sideways. We'll see. But long term, because we're looking at the longer term, gold looks like it wants to go higher long term. I could see gold ETF go to. I could see it go to 500 for sure. So maybe gold is the play. Might as well. Let me check the trend. Is the trend intact? The trend is still. Yeah, we're still intact on gold. I'm gonna add it to my watch list. We might have to start playing this one as a hedge. Yeah, when the Magnificent Seven are bleeding. When the Magnificent Seven are bleeding, like look at this. Look at the Magnificent Seven. They're supposed to be the ones holding up the market. When these 7 stocks start bleeding, what do you think is gonna follow? The smaller boys are gonna follow. They're gonna follow through, and they're gonna start bleeding out too. Now keep in mind, when the Magnificent Seven are bleeding, they bleed out like 2 to 3% at a time. When that means that Mara, APLD, uranium, all these other stocks, Nvts, BBAI, you're going to see all these stocks bleeding like 10-20%. That's what that means. Because they're, small. Yeah, they're cheaper. But also that means they're more volatile. So when they go down quite a bit. And you can see on the Magnificent Seven as well. The price was going sideways while the RSI, while the MACD was going lower, while the RSI was going lower. I'm glad. I'm so happy right now. I'm gonna say on a lot of cash, and I'm gonna be very careful. I'm only gonna play whatever if I see a bullish pattern, and even then, I'm gonna start playing it with smaller positions. That's just an adaptation that you have to make. Like when you see these kind of patterns, you have to tell yourself, okay, I'm not gonna go big because I'm seeing a lot of potential for blood in the future. I'm gonna play small positions, be okay with making less, and I'm looking to get in and out like everyone else because a lot of people are just flipping it. It pumps 10-20% and immediately people are not willing to hold. That there's so much here. I hope you learned a lot. If you're in here, Sherry, I don't know if Sherry's in here watching this or listening, but I just taught a lot of shit right now. Like you need to go back and rewatch this and take notes. Because this is like, it's beautiful when the market tells you what's going to happen next. Let me put it that way. Because if you look at MAGs, it was going sideways. Anyone who bought thinking it was going to go higher, well, guess what? If you saw this RSI and this MACD, you would have been like, wait a minute, there's a divergence here. We're going sideways on the price, but we're headed downward on the RSI and MACD. So you wouldn't buy. You wouldn't buy because you're like, hell no, that's not a buy. It's too risky. There's too much pointing to downside. So MAGS is essentially telling us what's going to happen in the future with Bitcoin. I feel sorry for Joey Shaw. He's about to lose a fuck ton of money. Joey Shaw, if you're watching this, you might just get destroyed on your calls, both on MSTR and BMNR. Because this is why I told you not to go risky. You play it much more risky than I do. But you might get absolutely shellacked. Like you're gonna lose a lot of money. He's gonna lose easily 20K plus if Bitcoin decides right now to go into a bear market, because that divergence on the monthly time frame, that divergence is it's telling. Look at this, RSI going down, price going up on the monthly. What did Mags do? Mags did the exact same thing except it was going sideways, and then now it's tanking. So we would expect this to tank. And Joey Shaw is about to get destroyed. That's what that means. And he's going to look at this and he's going to be like, no. Bitcoin adaptation. Bitcoin is going to be adopted. We're all this bullish stuff. But he's going to ignore the charts. If he's smart, I don't know. He's going to get destroyed on those calls. That's all I'm going to say. You cannot ignore this. And the falling volume as well. Look at the blood right now on the left-hand side. This could just be the beginning of, us dropping 10-20% at a time on the smaller caps. APLD, what is APLD doing? It's not holding. Nvts is just, that looks like it might close red. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. BBAI, look at that. No one's holding. I don't know what happened. Is there news? Or is it just the fact that we're just, the gravy train is it's coming to an end here? Was there news? Did Trump say something? That's what I'm wondering right now. Did Trump say something? Because we're just selling off. Like, we might get one hell of a dip here. Spot gold rises above 4,000 ounces after Trump comments on China. NASDAQ falls 100 after Trump-China comments. Threatens tariff hikes. Awesome. So not only is Trump sending it down, but we're also getting the technicals are also telling us we're going to go down. So what is there to be concerned about, right? So please take profit. I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this, take profit, and it's okay. Sit on cash so that you have money to buy the dip. That's just my advice. You don't have to take it. You can hold the bag or whatever you're going to do, but oh, what the fuck? That was fast. Oh, what the fuck? That was fast. My artist just sent me. You can continue. Yeah. So, yeah. Hopefully you please sit on cash. You cannot tell me you're not seeing what I'm showing you right now. You would, in a bull market, what normally would happen is BBAI would break out and go to 10 plus. Normally you would see NVTS also go to 10 plus. Normally you would see these stocks hold up their gains and continue higher. That's not what we're seeing here. Mara, it should have broken out and gone to 25 already. It hasn't. It's been showing actually a lot of weakness compared to the others. So the other Bitcoin miners. Yeah. No. I don't like what I'm seeing at all. I don't like it at all. I don't. Nvidia is one of those stocks that shows the most strength in a bull market, but once that starts tanking, we're gonna. I think right now, moving forward, sit on cash, and let's see how big of a dip we get. Because that's what I'm gonna do. This is why I sold. If you guys are in the Discord, this is why I sold. Why I sold my AVGO calls right away. This is why I sold my Nvidia shares. I bought Nvidia shares, and you know I'm looking to sell those for $100, but I only sold them for $50 because I just don't like what I'm seeing over the long term on the monthly. In fact, we can even do this. Let's go to the monthly time frame on Nvidia, and let's see if there's going to be another point in history. Look at this. You see this? Hey guys, are you seeing this? We're getting a rinse and repeat. So the stock price is going up here back in 2020, 2021. And the RSI was going down. You guys see that? This is 2021. This is 2021, by the way. This is 2021. So, and on top of that, the volume was also, it was just kind of, going nowhere, just down too. And then what happened? What followed, guys? What followed? Can you see that? What followed? Tanking. It tanked. This is a monthly time frame, so we just had a lot of blood for almost a year. So let me turn that red. There you go. This is from 2020, 2021, I believe. Yeah, it's from late 2020, early. No. Is that late 2021? When did the bear? Yeah, the bear market started the bear market started in December of 2021, and it lasted till October 2022. So are we getting a repeat? Because that looks very much the same shit, right? Doesn't that look the same? Right? Like, I'm not crazy, right? You guys seen this? You guys seen this? This looks literally like the same setup. The same bearish setup. This might be why shorts have been piling on like crazy. The smarter ones. This looks the exact same shit. Look at this. Right? RSI going down, RSI going down. Volume going down. This is worse. The volume is really tanking here. Less market participants. Price is going up. But then we tanked here. This same pattern led to a bear market, and an extended one at that. Not a short-term V-shape. It lasted almost a whole year. So I'm going to sit on cash after seeing that. That is insane. That is too, on the nose. It's too... That is, you can't tell me, am I crazy, guys? Because even I'm mind blown right now. It just looks too similar. It looks too similar. The exact same setup. Literally, let me just answer my artist. Coloring artist. You haven't been adding them? Wait, you haven't been adding them? They color. I add this. All right. Let me just continue here. I was just talking to my artist, making sure he knows what's going on. Okay. Yeah, this is if you guys want a bear market, you might be getting one. Save this right now. Somebody clip this, because I think we're gonna go into a bear market. It's not gonna happen right away, because this is a monthly time frame. But we might hit a peak in December and then just tank, because that happened last time. We hit a peak here in Yeah, in December we hit a no, we hit a peak in November, and then December was a big red month, and then yeah, we just dropped. So have some cash on hand. You would hate to be buying up here, and then Nvidia goes back to like 140, 120, and you're like, fuck, I don't have the cash to buy, the big bear market dip. So yeah, wow, I am so bearish. I know, I'm coming off super bearish right now. Let me look at the fear and greed index again. Oh wow, look at how fast, dude. As I was streaming, look at how fast that dropped to fear. We were in neutral this morning at around 49 to 50. It just dropped to fear. And I told you when I started this stream, we could easily see extreme fear in the near future, which would coincide with everything I'm just showing you. Wow, I'm done, guys. I'm done. I don't think there's anything that needs to be said. Have some cash. Cash is a good position. Have some cash, right? And be ready to buy dips. Because when we go into a bear market, like last time, what happened the last time we went into a bear market? We came down to the purple line. You're going to see a lot of stocks go back to the purple line and maybe even way under it. You're going to see a lot of opportunity here. There's still going to be money. We can still make money trading. There will be, pockets of opportunity. But I would rather you not, buy something and then it just sells off huge. Because the only people that are going to hold right now are the dumb ones. Because because they don't know any better. They don't see the bigger picture. They're just thinking short-term money, money, money. Lots of money right now. If anything, we're going to buy gold moving forward. Does gold trend on the yearly? Massive tariffs on China? Yeah. I just saw. That's awesome. So yeah, gold over the yearly time frame, it just keeps trending to the upside. So that's not a bad one to just sit. We can buy and just sit on it. And the volume has been increasing as we go on, as you can see here. I can't count this last candle because we're literally just starting the month. It's only 10 days into the first month. So this is the buy right here. Gold is the buy. I'm going to start alerting gold as a hedge in case we do go into a bear market. Then we'd see gold that absolutely skyrocket. Let me look at 2022. I am curious about 2022. What happened in 2022? In 2022, what did this stock do? It just went sideways in 2022. So when the stock market had a bear market, it just kind of went sideways. Huh. Interesting. Oh, my bad. So just the speech bubble, right? Not the text. Yes, just the bubbles. I add the speech to the manga personally. In Comic Sans. This way I have more control over dialogue editing if necessary. Alright, where was I? So guys, any questions after I went on a huge rant about the bear market that's coming? Any questions at all? Now's the time to ask, because I don't. That is nasty. That is a nasty setup for a bear market. Alright, I'm going to drink some water if you guys have any questions. You know what's funny is the people who aren't watching these live streams, they are not going to know what's coming. Like when we actually tank day after day after day, just 10-20% down on the smaller caps, mid caps, there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to know what the hell's happening. Why is this happening? Oh my God, I don't understand. But we already see it coming. But I feel sorry for Joey Shaw. He has MSTR calls that he bought at $400. He's been loading BMNR calls as well. He's been loading a lot of crypto calls on crypto. a lot of leaps. But those leaps are going to get destroyed if we go into an extended bear market, which looks like the setup too. Let me look at Bitcoin again. But yeah, if you have any questions, ask. This was like a lesson, I guess, stream. How to identify a bear market. Nvidia, what do you think it would drop a couple percent? Hell yeah, it can drop a couple percent. I can even measure it for you. Let me show you. So this is the daily time frame. Let's grab our measuring tool here. Yeah, so if it drops a couple percent, we could see, yeah, if it doesn't hold 189, we'll come down to 184, which would be about a 3% drop, yeah. And if it decides to drop further, if it doesn't hold 190, we're going to come down to, what is it, is that 183? Yeah, 179. And then from there, we we would drop to 170. Yeah, no, 173 is like the big level. So those are your levels right there. If it comes down, it'll come down 3 to 5% if it decides to continue to fall. And if it doesn't hold 189. Now let me look at Bitcoin. I just want to see something on the Bitcoin. Let me see. What happened last? So we had a bear market in 2022. It created a double top. And the RSI was dropping. So yeah, you guys can't tell me that's not the same setup. Look at that. You guys see that? Even on Bitcoin, here the price was going higher, but the RSI was going lower. And it was followed by a bear market that lasted as long as the one that the stock market had. And it hit a peak at 65K. So this 120K might be the peak. 125 might be the peak. And we're going to just start falling. We're going to retrace. I don't know how much we would retrace. But it can drop quite a bit. It can drop quite a bit. If it doesn't hold 100K, we'd go to 80K. So it can drop quite a bit. Think of a bear market as a really good opportunity to buy lots of dips. So sit on cash, guys. A lot of people are going to look at this, they're going to watch this stream, and they're going to be like, man, this guy's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Despite the fact that I'm showing you the exact same setup that happened literally 3 years ago. The exact same setup. If anything, I should get ready I should buy put leaps, if anything. Oh yeah, much better. Superior. Can you add in? Thanks. Okay. I think that's it for the stream. I don't think anything else needs to be said. Look at the VIX. Look at the volatility. Whoa, what a spike on the VIX. What a spike. That's how you that's volatility right there. MP. Oh, is that why MP is exploding right now? Because of what's going on with China? China's newest restrictions on rare earth materials would mark a nearly unprecedented export control that stands to disrupt the global economy, giving Beijing more leverage in trade negotiations and ratcheting up pressure on the Trump administration to respond. Okay, that's cool. So this the rule would put it's an escalation between U.S. and China, threatens the supply for semiconductors. China produces roughly 90% of the world's rare earth metals. That explains why MP material is exploding. Because that means that explains why MP is about to go to 100 then, if this is going to hold. Global companies that sell goods with certain rare earth materials sourced from China accounting for 0.01% under the new rule. Tech companies will probably find it difficult to show that their chips, the equipment needed to make them, and the other components fall below the 0.1% threshold. A think tank, he added that the rules could cause a U.S. recession if implemented aggressively. It's the economic equivalent of nuclear war. Okay, so we're at war with China. Cool. MP Materials is about to fucking explode. I'm gonna buy a leap on that. I don't care if I get quote unquote bagged. I don't give a shit. That is insane. That is opportunity right there. Where's my fucking... I need to log in. That explains this explosion. Because I wasn't expecting this triangle, ascending triangle to play out today. I was not expecting that. I was expecting that on Monday. But I was watching it because I'm like, calls on this and I'm going to print. But that's not... That news is... that is big news. That is why it's behaving so... Purple. I'm going to type in my name here. I'm going to add MP. So is that why uranium is up? That is why uranium is up. That explains uranium's move and why it's holding there. That explains it a lot. Because uranium is big green. MP Materials is big green. So this war with China, it's opportunity if you know what to buy. And right now, you better buy those uranium calls and some MP calls, leaps at least. That's good. That's good. We're getting opportunity here. Let me look at the options chain for UEC because that's the one I want to buy. If I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy calls. I want to see how much are leaps. How much are leaps on this? Because we're going to need uranium anyways for the nuclear power. So it doesn't matter. Wow. The options chain is quite... It's got quite the spread. Let me put it that way. Yeah, the options chain is... Okay, let me see if I can... So I'm probably going to buy some uranium leaps here. I think it's bearish for a lot of stocks, what just happened with China. But it's bullish if you know where to look. And that's uranium and MP Materials. So I'm about to load up some leaps here. Hell yeah. Thank you, China. Yes, sir. China knows what the hell they're doing. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll buy probably 3 leaps on... Because they're cheap. 3 leaps on UEC. Yeah, 3 leaps on UEC. Not a bad idea. Let me look at the options chain for MP Materials. I'm also curious about that one. So yeah, wow. Uranium, absolutely a buy. Uranium and gold, pretty much behaving the same way. Let me look at gold. Let me look at gold again, because the gold ETF, let me look at that. What's that one doing? It's just going sideways. If we're going to go into a huge bear market, that also means that the market, the market's going to... Where's BMXI? BMXI is a penny stock. It's a gold company as well. I think it's a gold company, correct? So right now, gold companies are just going to skyrocket. And anything that, like uranium, anything like that, we're going to see those go higher. Exploration stage mining company, which engages in acquisition and development of mineral properties. So this is a literally 4-cent penny stock. Wow. Okay, I see the due diligence. I need to do due diligence on this. I need to do due diligence on this one. Oh, man, because this can go to 10 cents. BMXI could go to 10 cents. Calling it right now. I see the setup. I see the setup on there. I'm reading the Discord right now, and people are saying, oh, my God. People are saying, oh, my God, we're just dropping. But uranium, right now, because of what happened with China, I don't even care about AMC anymore. I don't care about... Yeah, shout out to Chris Huang. You're learning a lot. Some people they're just watching and going, oh, I don't know what he's saying. Yeah, we would not... I don't think Nvidia is going to hold. It shouldn't hold. It should be bearish. Because they're not going to be able to get the materials needed to create the chips. Sybil is a defense company. I'll leave that one. Yeah, so uranium and MP. Those are the plays. And gold ETF. Where's the gold ETF? I need the gold ETF here. Where's the gold ETF? Yeah, you can see just a lot of blood. Yeah, gold ETF is going to be the play here. And so you'll notice right now I'm making the adaptation. I'm going, hell, I need to, start rotating my money and cash into something that's going to, go higher based off of what just happened right now. Because I'm pretty sure the China versus US, that's going to endure. I'm pretty sure that's going to endure. We're always going to be in competition with them. Always. So let's see. MP, that's the only thing green. Red. By the way, if we do go into a bear market, just buy your favorite stock at the purple line. HIMS, uranium, the uranium ETF, it just jumped. Let me add that one to my favorites. So uranium. So right now, the smart thing to do if you have a watch list is go to your watch list and see what stocks are big green, because those are the ones that are probably going to surge higher over the long term. The longer we stay in competition with China, which we're probably going to do that forever, because that's just how it is, right? So that's the smart thing to do, is just start looking like, what's big green right now? What's big green right now? Because that's where the money's going to be. PPTA, why is this one up? Why is this one up? Is this another acquiring mining properties with the intention of exploring, evaluating, placing into production? So this one's another one, right? Another one of these that's absolutely skyrocketing. Wow, these things are just getting started. Let me add that to my favorites. So we're gonna start rotating out of AI and tech and into something else, something that has to do with mining and gold and silver. Silver's at 50. I don't know if I want to buy that, but let's see. Is there anything? HOND. Why is this one rocketing? Is this one in the same sector? Oh no. I don't know anything about that. Uranium. NVTS, is that big green? Why is NVTS? Is that one ultra efficient semiconductors? I can see why Nvts exploded, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one. Bitfarms, no, I don't care for Bitfarms. So, yeah, let's look at our watch list again and let's see what's big green. What's big green? Uranium, anything to do with minerals, and gold. Gold is not a big green, but it's the only one trending to the upside without any weakness shown by the RSI, and volume increasing over time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at, so this is very important because of what just happened with China. We just made a watch list of stocks that are exploding right now, which means over the long term we should see these go higher. So uranium, my price target short term, definitely going to be $20. I'm buying uranium right now. I'm just slapping the ass. I don't give a fuck. 1,000 shares at 15, market order, clicking review, sending the order in. That's just going to continue to trend. That is going to continue to trend, my friend. Look at that trend. Strong trend month after month after month. And my order got rejected? What? Oh, okay. Never mind. I made a mistake. Okay, so now I'm buying UEC. 1,000 shares. I'm not buying calls. I think it's just, I want the shares instead. I could see this at 25 easily. So let me alert that one in the Discord. UEC, 1,000 shares. What did I get filled at? Got filled at 15.85. Yeah, 15.85. So 1,000 shares of UEC at 15.85 at everyone. I'm sure they're confused. If they're not watching the stream, they're confused as hell. But look at that trend, guys. Look at that trend. And look at the increasing volume. Trend getting steeper month after month. We're just climbing higher. RSI is, whatever. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the RSI here. But let's look at where's the quarterly time frame? Yearly time frame. On the yearly time frame, we were in a cup and we're just running. Wow, I can't believe I sold that one for 50% or 30%. I don't remember what I sold it for, but there's some people that sold it for like 100%. But this is going to continue after what happened with China. PPTA, let's look at the yearly time frame. That one's old. Isn't that interesting that all these mining stocks, mineral stocks, UEC, gold, what are they doing? They're all getting ready to go higher. Their volume has been increasing year after year. So PBTA, I don't know much about that one. I'd have to do more research, but that's another one to add to your watch list. But I'm going to stick to uranium. Because I know UEC very well, like the back of my hand. URA stock. Let's look at the quarterly time frame. Let's look at the yearly time frame. So quarterly time frame, the yearly time frame on uranium, nice big cup, and it's trending on the yearly now. So year after year, you would expect it to just keep going higher. So this is going to be a one hell of a long-term opportunity. If you're watching this right now and listening, I'm telling you right now, buy UEC or buy the ETF, uranium ETF, and just sit on it. Just sit on it. For the next few years, you're going to make a lot of money. Because we're going to need we're going to need it. It's going to be necessary for everything. And with what's going on with China, we're going to have to accelerate getting all these materials. So for sure, uranium ETF or UEC, up to you what you want to buy. Be willing to sit on it for months. And if you want to make the big bucks, sit on it for a year. I could see uranium ETF at 100, calling it right now. Uranium UEC short term looking for 25, longer term 30. Not 30, 25 and then 40. Because that's what APLD did. It went to 25, then it hit 40 recently. So that's my price targets for UEC. What else? Uranium, MP Materials. I think this is the one that got government contracts, right? I don't know much about this one. I know UEC very well. That's why I immediately slapped the ask. I don't care if it goes down another few bucks. I don't care. We're gonna need the uranium. We're gonna need it. There's no way around it, right? If you need something, if you need a oops, my Mumu quit unexpectedly. Click open to restart it. Click open to wow, it restarted. It said, "Whoa, bro." What about Triple U? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, Triple U. What's going on with Triple U? Why does Triple U look like that? Triple U looks like garbage. Why is it not trending? I would not buy Triple U. Triple U looks like trash. Why is Triple U this is not following the uranium? Like this is, you look at this. Very big difference between Triple U and UEC. UEC actually follows the ETF, so please do not buy Triple U. Definitely buy UEC. APLD. I'll look at APLD right now. Let me just continue here. Gold. Gold might not even be the buy. You know what? Screw gold. It's uranium. We don't need gold. What we need is uranium. So we don't need yeah, I don't care about PBTA. I think right now URA and UEC, I'm telling you right now, these are going to double and maybe even go beyond that. Give it time though. You got to be willing to sit on this for months. MP Materials, I don't know enough about this one, but I'm assuming that this company is another good one. I just don't know enough about it. It engages in the production and marketing of rare earth specialty materials. It operates through... This one might be a good one. I just don't know anything about the company itself. And I guess I'm already chasing anyways. Uranium is the way to go though. Let's look at the monthly time frame. Let's go back to the yearly. Oh yeah, this one's trending. This could go to 100 plus easily then. I'd have to do more research on this one, but I'm going to stick to UEC personally. So I'm just going to remove Sybil. Should come down to 004s. That's fine. I don't care. We expected that. Yeah, UEC and MP Materials. Those are the plays. Let me check the leaps. Let me check the leaps on MP. MP Materials. What are the leaps like? I'll buy one to start and then average down if I buy a leap on MP Materials. So, oh wow, the option chain is ridiculous. The bid and ask is so wide. No, I don't like the bid and ask spread being that wide. It's too wide. I hate this. I hate when the bid and ask spread is ridiculously wide. Because it has to move in your favor like a lot. But I guess if it moves $12 in one day, 12 times 50, what is that? 12, no, it's 12 times 60, that's 600, 720, 720. If I buy a call, I would have to buy the furthest out leap to make the money, but I would be down automatically like $300 upon buying it. That's the only problem. So, yeah, I think let me look at the 3-minute time frame. I think I'll buy MP Materials one leap, expiring 2028. I'll buy it on Monday. Or I could buy shares. I guess I could buy shares, right? How much is 10 shares? 800. No. I can buy 100 shares. What am I saying? Am I stupid? I could buy. I thought it was. Yeah. No, I can buy 100 shares of this. Maybe I don't need to buy the leap because buying the leap is essentially you're trying to buy 100 shares. So it's just better to. The shares would be more expensive though. But I don't have to worry about time. So that's the yeah. No. I'm just going to buy 100 shares of MP right now. And I'm just going to sit on it. This is a big play right now. This is good. Thank you, China. You'll see what I mean once we give it some time. You'll see what I mean. Like once this starts moving higher, you're going to be like, holy shit, how did you know? But MP has government contracts. That's a good thing, yeah. So I just bought 100 shares of MP right now at, what did I get filled at? 84.30. So 100 shares of MP at 84.30 at everyone. Okay, so we're looking good here. I'm buying shares instead because I don't have to worry about expiration dates. I think that's it. I want to look at gold one more time. Let me see what's gold doing. Gold. Yeah, but the thing about gold is we don't really need gold, right? Like we need the materials. Well, we needed them from China. Now clearly we're yeah, no. We're gonna need a lot of production for the materials and all that. So UEC and MP has government contracts. What if UEC gets a government contract? Has anyone thought about that? What if that happens? Then this thing's gonna explode. We'll see though. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. I'm very happy. I'm very happy right now. I'm gonna sit on these positions. Not concerned one bit. We're gonna need, unless the bearish case for uranium would be if a new material is discovered. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, are we gonna discover, uranium or something? Like, unless we discover some new material. Unless we discover a new rare earth, like it's just not like uranium. There's no bear case for it, unless there's something that comes along that replaces it. Maybe you remove a carbon or something, an oxygen. I don't know. Maybe you move a little O2 and it changes into something. But I don't know. Unless there's gonna be some vibranium somewhere. Like you get what I'm saying, guys. Like there's no, unless an asteroid hits us. And that asteroid has a material that is superior to uranium. Like there's no bear case for this. There's just no. We're gonna need this for everything that's coming. The AI revolution. So. And with China not wanting to work together with us, and we don't want to work with them, then we kind of have no choice but to crank up. These companies they're gonna go higher, guys. This is going to be too easy. I'm actually already in the green on the MP Materials. If MP Materials gets another government contract, it's going to soar. USAR going up too? Never heard of USAR. USAR rare earth. Yeah, you know what's interesting is USAR rare earth here. Uh, Let me look at MP again. MP had a huge run. UEC, huge green candle. Like, look at the green candles. They're huge on MP and UEC. Huge. Those are huge. That tells you that there's a lot of interest in those. Whereas USAR, or USAR, I should say, it's a small little green candle. Small little body. It's getting a bit of a sell-off as well. Like, the other ones are just these giant green candles. So I would say there's more interest in MP, probably because of the government contracts. The government is behind it. And UEC, because it's just pure uranium play. So USAR, I'm sure it's good. Let me look at the yearly time frame. Oh, yeah, it looks fine. On the yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's going to trend to the upside long term as well. But MP Materials has the government behind it. And UEC is a pure uranium play. So I'm going to stick to those. These are going to be good long-term holds. Oh boy. So many people are going to get caught in the next bear market and they're going to be like, fuck, what just happened? So yeah, those are the big plays. Big plays right there. I'm going to hold those for a long time unless MP gets a huge contract. But yeah, so the funny thing is the China news was bearish for a lot of stocks, but it's bullish for uranium and for the rare earth stocks. So MP will be over 100 per share by year end. I'll call it for sure. I agree. They're also the only company that has U.S. operations in the U.S., I believe. Then that's, are we talking about USAR or are we talking about, we're talking about MP. Yeah. So that's another thing. That's what makes me confident. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm slapping that. I already slapped that ass and I'm just going to sit on it. Not concerned. Too many people, they get concerned when they see red in their account. And I'm like, bro, you need to think long term. There's no, again, unless an asteroid hits us and gives us some new material that we've never, seen before. Maybe we get like Uwanga earth mineral or whatever. Rare earth something. I don't even know what, plutonium, I don't know. Plutonium, asteroidium, I don't know. I'm just making things up. Unless something new comes around that is better than uranium, we're going to need the uranium. And MP Materials, as Chris Lefrancois just said, MP is the only one in the U.S., so that one's going to go up over the long term regardless. Man, I'm glad I found out about the news there with Trump and China. Let me just check. Trump was set to meet China's Xi in 2 weeks, but now there seems no reason to. Many countermeasures under consideration on China. So if we retaliate on China, then we would expect retaliation back. So we should expect a lot more downside. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I punch you, I would expect you to punch me back. You're not just going to take it. So this is going to go back and forth, and we should see more blood, in my opinion. Calculating increased tariffs on Chinese products. We'll be forced to financially counter China's move. So yeah, we should see quite the blood, which means quite the opportunity. I'm probably just gonna go play Battlefield 6 then. I'm gonna go play Battlefield 6. what else am I gonna do? It's not like I can do anything else now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep accumulating uranium and MP materials. I'm gonna accumulate these two. Again, does anyone know any other material besides uranium? Anyone? Is there a I don't know? Is there a nivanium? Is there a jomarium? Is there a reharium, like tamanium? Like there's no other. Like there's no other. Does anyone know any? We need the uranium. Please buy uranium. Please. I wish I didn't sell the $6 shares the share that I bought at $6 and $4 for 50%. I wish I had held them, but I think this is gonna go long term. Long term is just gonna keep going up. I don't see how. I'm definitely gonna average down. I'm okay with that. I'm not concerned. I'm very much. We're good. Please do not be scared. I keep telling you, please don't be scared. Please don't be scared. If this comes down, add more. There's nothing to be scared about. There's nothing to be scared of at this point. Unless, again, we get a new kind of, material. I agree with more blood. No institutions are going to buy anything this high. Most of the market way overvalued in my opinion. Yeah, we were at highs, I should say. We were at highs, so yeah, I can agree with that. All right, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Any charts you want me to look at. I'm gonna go drink some water. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Let me set a timer. Stopwatch timer. Is that a stopwatch timer? Stopwatch timer. Is there a website for a stopwatch timer? Yeah, there is. Let me see. Online stopwatch. I'll set a stopwatch for 1 minute. Set and start. Okay, no. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. If you have any questions, ask anything at all, let me know. I'm going to click start. All right, I'm back. All right, any questions? Any questions? BMXI, that's a gold one, right? Is that a gold? Let me do some research on BMXI. I am curious about BMXI right now. I think that's a gold company, but I'm not sure. BMXI, Yahoo Finance. Joey Shaw, if you're watching this, you might get destroyed on your calls. So what's BMXI? Gold, it's a gold company. Okay, a ground eliminating stock conversions resulting from COVID. Okay, what the hell is this? It's a if this is a gold company sitting at pennies, this could go to 10 cents over the long term. High growth gold producing company on the OTC. See, you can buy gold. You can buy the gold ETF, or you could buy this gold penny stock. Because if this gold penny stock continues to perform, we should see it go higher. Although I hate that it's already up. Are you in Rich Tech Robotics? No, I'm not in Rich Tech Robotics. We bought that and sold it already. We already made our money because we were buying that at the purple line. So yeah, no, that's not a buy. I would wait. Let's see, BMXI, a U.S.-based gold exploration and production company. So it's because it's based on the U.S., right? And Trump loves companies that are in the U.S. High-quality gold assets. $8,000 ounces of gold mined in 2023. High yield potential. 5 key gold mining locations. And Yukon, MacArthur Creek, and Atlin in North America. So it would be a gold mining play, and you would want to hold it for 10 cents. So there's potential for 100% return, but you'd have to sit on it. You'd have to sit on the position. I might add some and just average down. I'm okay with that. Looks like a good setup. I think right now, anything gold, anything like this is just gonna, like over the long term, go higher. Let's look at their SEC filings. Revenue increased by 8.1%. Direct sale of gold. During 2024, the company mined more gold and price for gold increased from 2023. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Liabilities decreased. I'm gonna check what's their float look like? BMXI. So they have a 277 million. Really? They only have a 195,000 million? They only have a 83 million float. Whoa. So this can move once it gets exciting, huh? Interesting. What filings do they have? What the hell did I just download? So there you go, BMXI, gold company sitting in penny stocks with some and it's just holding up here at 5 cents. But I don't know. Do I want to buy this right now or should I wait? It just broke out of this downtrend too, by the way. Like this thing was tanking. And now it's broken out of that downtrend. So maybe long term might go higher. I'll give it another day and see if it holds here or if it's just going to come back down to the purple line, and I'll buy at the purple line. That's a good one. What's going on with APLD? Dropping. UEC and MP holding their gains. Everything else, selling off. Nvts, if it doesn't hold 9s, it's going to just start coming back down. What's going on with BBAI? Same thing. If it doesn't hold here, it's going to create a double top and probably come down. Oh, wow. Look at Bbai. It just dropped. You know what's funny? When you get these kinds of drops, it usually means you're going to get some follow-up. Like, there's going to be even more blood. So I'd be careful. What else? Alright, guys. That's it for the stream. As always, the new plays... UEC, uranium, there's what's going to replace it? Does anyone have a bearish case? Is there going to be something to replace uranium? Because if there isn't, then we're just going to see uranium go higher over the long term. MP Materials, the only US-based company, and it gets government contracts. I see that at 100 plus for sure. Uranium, UEC specifically, I see it at 20, 25, then 30. That's it for the video. Or not the video. That's it for the stream. I'll see you guys in the next one.